All right, guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at a case that I've actually never tried before, and this is the TineeOwl case for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now, the price on this one, let's get it out of the way, $14.99, 15 bucks, and this might be the best case under $20 that you can get. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, this is the packaging that you get. This is for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which it does come for some of the other iPhones, especially the 15 series. And on the back, it just gives you a little information here. It says, we aim to be different from the run-of-the-mill cases you see. Our beautifully crafted protective case is optimized up to minute details. The end result is a product of optimal user experience and durability that will last a lifetime. So this is a nice, slimmer style case, but this reminds me of a few other cases that I have, as if you were to just take them and combine them together, but we'll talk about that. So opening it up, this is pretty much all you get. Just in this paper, you do get your case, and that's it. Now on the inside, you do have a little QR code right there that you can scan for more information, and some more information right here, a little message from the founder and designer. And that is pretty much it. So let's go ahead and set all the packaging off to the side real quick and take a look at the case itself. So the first thing I noticed when I got this case in, and by the way, this is the stone color. It comes in a bunch of different colors, which we will talk about. The first thing I noticed is it has a nice sort of textured back. Now, this entire case is made out of TPU and microfiber on the inside, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now, here you do get a slight little logo right there. This TPU, that's slightly textured material going all the way around, and your camera ring right there. Now going on the inside, you have this nice microfiber lining on the back, and on the inside you do just get that same TPU material that goes all the way around there. Now here you get a little bit of information. You do have your MagSafe ring and alignment magnet. It shows you that you do have grippy sides and a distinctive rounded action button, which we will talk about. Now, TineeOwl right here, designed by TineeOwl. So let's go ahead and bring over our scale and caliper. We'll weigh this thing, see how much it weighs, what we're looking at here. So we are looking at 49 grams. So it's a little bit on the heavier side, especially for a case that's like supposed to be a little bit more minimal. I wouldn't say this is really a minimal case, but you don't really feel the weight of this thing too much. For those 48, 49 grams, it definitely feels nice and light in the hand. And bringing over our caliper, let's see here. So we'll go from front to back. We are looking at 12 millimeters front to back. And from the inside to the outside, we are looking at 2.5 millimeters. So not terribly thick of a case. It is a little bit thicker than some of the other ones, especially if you're a minimal case user. This one may be a little bit thicker, but it's still an excellent, excellent case. So let's go ahead and bring over our black titanium 15 Pro Max, and we'll slap it in. Now listening out for that click. Decent click onto here, and you know, it's not something that I really expect for it to fall out if you drop the case. Anything like that, you should be good to go. Now let's see how those corners sound. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the corners are not terribly easy to get off, but they're not really difficult at all either. They do have a nice little grip onto the front of the phone, so you definitely don't have to worry about those coming off. Now taking a look at how those sides are, this is really my biggest issue with this case. The sides are not bad, but I would like to see them be a little bit more stiff. Pause. Hold on there, talking about phone cases. But yeah, you know, if this was a little bit more stiff, it would be a little bit better, just because I'm worried that maybe some lint or something might get trapped in there. But all in all, it doesn't, you know, lose its shape, anything like that. Around the buttons, it does have a little bit more give. The bottom, the top, they're all about the same. But if they could just clean the sides up a little bit to make them a little bit more stiff, this thing would be incredible, especially for that price point. But that is basically how the phone fits in the case and how the case fits on the phone. Taking a look at that screen and camera lip protection, here we go. I am using a full coverage tempered glass screen protector, and you do have some screen lip protection right there. So you can definitely set this down on pretty much most surfaces, especially flat surfaces, and you'll be good to go without any issues of that scratching up your screen. And taking a look at that camera ring protection, you do have a nice proper camera ring right there, so definitely feel free to set that on any surface on its back. You will be good to go with that camera bump. Now, let's go ahead and take a look around the sides of the case. Then we'll talk a little bit more about what two cases this reminds me of. So starting off with the top, we are completely closed in there. On the left-hand side, you have your action button, volume up and down, and the rest of it is closed in. You do have some nice grip right here on the sides. And one thing I wanted to mention is they have this rounded action button right there. Now, this is something I have not seen on most other cases, but it's really nice, guys. So if this is something in your pocket, you absolutely know exactly which button you are clicking when it's right there. It is very convenient. I actually really like that. It doesn't really, deafen the button out or anything to make it kind of mushy. It's very nice to click. Really nice circular button right there. I like that a lot. For example, I'm somebody who exercises in the mornings. I like to go ahead and keep my phone in my pocket. Sometimes, I don't want notifications in my ears and my AirPods, so I'll just reach in my pocket and hit the action button. I have it programmed to mute my phone, and if you hold it, you are good to go. This thing is actually really nice. The only way to make them better is if these were standalone buttons, especially if they were like metal or even plastic buttons, they had a really nice click. This thing would be absolutely incredible. But let's listen to how those buttons sound. Now, starting off with the action button. Nice clicky buttons. Now, these buttons are built into the case with relief slit cutouts on them. I would like to see standalone buttons, but it may be a little difficult for that $14.99 price point to make standalone buttons. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a case manufacturer, but all in all, really nice buttons. I would like to see the action button just a little tiny bit more clicky, but you have no accidental clicks. It definitely has a nice press to it. No issues with that. Now, moving along to the bottom, you do have your accurate microphone and speaker cutouts, as well as a nice wide open USB Type-C port, which let's go ahead and bring over our anchor cable here, plug that in. There we go, we're charging. And of course, you have a nice wide open USB Type-C port, so all of your thicker head cables should have no issues fitting into this case. And moving along to the right-hand side, you do get some of that nice grip right there, as well as the rest of it being closed in. So talking about how this case feels in the hand, this is where I want to bring out two other cases. So this case really reminds me of if you were to take a Kadabe sheath, a Kadabe synthesis, mix them into one case, and water it down a little bit, and I'll tell you why in a second, but water it down a little bit, this is what you come out with. The reason being is, let's start off with the sheath. So the back of the sheath has this nice texture. It actually really has it going all the way around, but it has this very nice texture to provide more grip. And the back of this case, it's hard to tell on camera, but it also has a very similar feeling texture, just a little bit watered down. So it's not as pronounced, not as texture-y, that's not a word, but we're gonna start that here, not as texture-y as the sheath is, but it has that slight little grip on the back, that textured material that feels really nice. And then you bring over the synthesis, it has these very nice grips going around the sides right there. Well, that's what this reminds me of here, but a little bit watered down. So I hope that makes sense of what I'm saying between these two cases. If you were to combine them, water it down a little bit, you get this case because you do get that nice grip right here. I wish it would be a little bit more pronounced, but it's still very nice. I've been using this case for a few days. I've had zero slippage out of my hands. It hasn't slipped out of my pocket, anything like that. So the grip is definitely enough on the back, on the sides, and all around an excellent case for $15. So you really can't beat that. And that's why I was saying it was like those two combined, just watered down. But let's go ahead and move on to probably my favorite part about this case, that MagSafe. So we'll start off with the Apple MagSafe wallet. Attach that there. We are charging. And come on, 15 bucks. Great MagSafe. This is a leather or fine woven MagSafe wallet approved case for sure. This thing is not slipping at all with the palm test. You sit here moving around, you're good to go. You do have to pull that off for it to come off. Now, moving along to the Apple MagSafe battery pack. There you go. Of course, you do have that alignment magnet. And I can sit here and shake this all day as hard as I can, and it's not coming off. This is insane MagSafe strength. I was blown away. For 15 bucks, This thing is really, really nice. And moving along to the Anker 623, let's actually show you how good this MagSafe is. Come on. What are we talking about here? This, for $15, is unbelievable. I was shocked when I put this, you know, I get a case in, I start my little testing with it, I do everything I gotta do to make sure I can prepare a great review for you guys. Which, by the way, make sure you guys are subbed up and make sure you follow me on all my socials down below. Make sure you get those great case reviews on all the newest accessories for Apple. But anyways, you can sit here, pick this up, and you are good to go. I mean, up and down, no issues whatsoever with this case. That 360-degree rotation test passes it with flying colors. You can sit here, you know, type out your little text message, scroll on Twitter or Instagram, TikTok, whatever you're doing, and you want to turn it over to your landscape mode, go over to YouTube, watch your favorite Brian's Tech video, sit here, reverse, fast forward, play, pause, tap wherever you want, and you are good to go with this case. I am absolutely impressed by this MagSafe, and I really was not expecting that. Now, one thing you will notice is you may get a slight MagSafe ring. It's starting to peek out right there a little bit on this case, but if that doesn't bother you too much, I definitely recommend this case. So let's go ahead and talk about the colors on it. Now, it's going to come in stone, which is this color, almost black, clay, dusty lilac, and navy blue. So a few color options that you get to choose from. All in all, a very, very nice case, especially for $14.99. I definitely recommend getting one of these cases. Even if it's just a backup case, whatever, 15 bucks, you won't even be concerned about it. It gets messed up, anything, whatever. Just get another one. It's only 15 bucks. So with all that being said, guys, this is the TineeOwl case for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comments below. I've absolutely been loving it. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. Make sure you like and subscribe, and if you're interested in seeing a review for the Kadabe sheath or the Synthesis, I'll leave the sheath right here, the Synthesis right there.